to unfollow. I did unfollow a lot of accounts last year that made me feel bad about myself.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, you have to sometimes because that it's not real life, but still seeing that all the time, just especially the ones where it was girls with perfect bodies posting pictures of their bodies all the time, that would just make me feel horrible about myself. But I
hear people say that a lot, though. They're like, it's, you're supposed to, like, let go of things that don't serve you or get rid of. But I feel like I follow a few people who, like, post, like, body shots, and none of them really make me feel that way. So I don't have, like, a comparison to it, but I know, like, some people, they feel the exact opposite. Like, it motivates them to do better.
I think it depends who it is, too, because some accounts I follow, that I guess are people that I know have worked really hard for their bodies.
Yeah.
And that to me is inspiring, because then I think, if I work hard, then I can get there too.
Right.
It's more the people who, I don't know if they're actually like this, but they come off as they don't work for their bodies, they eat whatever they want, and they just naturally have this perfect body.
I don't think I've ever seen, I guess I just haven't, like, been exposed to them, but I've never seen anyone on, like, no one I've ever followed is like that. They're always, like, health nuts, and they work out, like...
And that's okay, because they're working for it.
Right.
And then I think, okay, I can work for it, too.
Makes me feel a little guilty, because I don't actually work that hard, but...
Well, I could definitely work harder, but at least I'm like, well, if I worked harder, I could at least get there, but it's the girls, like, the Instagram models who...
Sure.
They don't show any of the work they do to achieve.
They just show off their,
They just show
Which, like, you do you, girl, but...
Yeah, that's great, but... And I do realize when I see a picture and I feel bad, then I think, oh, why am I feeling bad? Like, I'm fine, I don't need to feel bad. But I just don't want to have that moment at all where I feel bad about myself.
Makes sense.
And then and sometimes you get sucked in and you... Well, at least I do. I don't know about you, but... I will just stalk her whole profile and then think, and then I'll go to mine and be like, why does mine look like this? And what do I look like compared to this girl?
I guess I get that way around, this is like off on a tangent, but I get that way with, like, travel, Instagrammers. I get super jealous of like, I look at them, I'm like, why can't I do this? Why can't I go these places? Why do my travel pictures not look like this? Which is, like, a weird difference, because that's definitely something that you could do if you have the money.
I don't know. I get what you're saying, because Colin is the same way.
Oh, really?
And sometimes it's hard for me to understand with him, because he does get really down sometimes when he sees these people traveling and doing all the stuff that he really wants to do. And I want to travel too, but right now I'm in the mindset that it's not going to happen for a few years. I need to work hard right now.
Yeah, you need to be realistic.
Right. But he gets that way too, and sometimes it's hard for me to understand, because I'm thinking, well, we're going to do all that, but we just have to
get money first.
Yeah, right. Work hard for a few years, and then we can do that. But
it's the ones that are like, and he probably sees them as well, but there are people that are like sponsored or like do it as a living.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's so hard to do.
It is. And it seems like there are a lot of people that do that, but
there really aren't.
There really aren't.
Like as a percentage.
Yeah, relatively.
Right, relative, yes. Yeah.
There aren't that
Not
many.
even just the population. Relative to, like, the amount of people on like, Instagram or something where they post their, what's it called? Content.
Yeah.
They post their content. It's not fair. So,
yeah.
segue. How do you feel about the New Year, New Me people?
Well, it depends.
That was a horrible segue. I was going to try to bring it off the...
Well, okay, we can say... So, like, speaking of... I don't want to say speaking of. What's another way to say speaking of?
Now that you mention it. I was thinking about this the other day.
Oh, were you?
I'm going to leave all of this in. I was thinking about this the other day, though. I really was. About people who try to, like, hate on New Year, New Me people. Not necessarily New Me, but, like, the ones who go to the gym. Which, fun fact, someone posted this on their Snap story today that it was, like, today is known as Fail Friday.
Really?
When the resolutioners end up, like, is today, like, this Friday.
Wow.
So, today is the 26th, if anyone's wondering. But yeah, like, they kind of... I feel like that stopped, like, 2 years ago. People stopped giving the resolutioners shit. But I don't know. How do you feel about people who try to, like, get a fresh start just because it's a new year?
Well, I have a few
thoughts.
So,
a few opinions on the matter.
Right. I understand the mindset. I did not feel like 2017 was a particularly good year for me or anybody, really.
Yeah.
I have mixed opinions. In some areas of my life, it was a really good year. Mm-hmm. And in other ways, it was really horrible.
I was about to say you got engaged, but you didn't. You got engaged in 2016.
I did. Yes. And so, yeah, in some areas, it was really good. And then others, it was just really horrible. And it was this weird mixture of either really good or really bad. And there was not a lot of in between. So, like, I felt really good that I felt like I was figuring out what I wanted to do with my career, at least for now, with Amazon and all of that. And that ended up being successful for me last year. So that was a really high point. And then, obviously, wedding planning and, like, that area of my life, my relationship is another high point. But there was, like, personal stuff and family stuff that wasn't good. And it just, like, the entire year was kind of hard in that regard. Mm-hmm. So
as like a general statement, I feel like it sounds like it went pretty well.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
just
I feel like
the bad parts might have weighed more.
Right. And I feel like a lot of people felt the same way, though. It was weird. I feel like I saw a lot of posts on social media where people said it was the best and worst year of my life at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know about, like, collective mindsets, if
that's a real thing.
Right. If we're all affected in a similar way,
well, I'm sure that, like, society is swayed one way or another with, like, everything that's shared, like, spread throughout. Like, all the knowledge that we all have for how the year went is, like, we kind of have a little bit of a level feeling. Like, obviously it varies a little personally, but... So you're saying, like...
But, well, what I'm trying to say with all this is I was really excited for 2018 because it was a fresh start.
Sure.
And I was really excited, one, to continue and hopefully grow all of my successes and everything that went right in 2017. I wanted to continue it and see where I could take it in the new year. And so I was really excited for that. Also, just with the way that Amazon and business is, it's a new financial year, and I was really excited to see how much I could grow in another calendar year. Also, I'm getting married this year, so that's super exciting. So I was so excited to start this year because it's the year of my wedding, so that was exciting. And also, even though it doesn't really matter, it's just another day, it does kind of feel like a fresh start with...
Right. Yeah, I agree. Everything. And, like, I am so for anyone who, like, wants to, like, refresh their lives and stuff, but I don't necessarily think you have to restrict it to a new year. Like, like, my brother pointed this out to me when every time I talk about how, like, oh, I'm going to start a new diet or I'm going to start a new exercise plan, he's like, well, why do you have to start it on Monday? Yeah. Like I say, like, I'm going to start it on Monday. Why? Just do it now. Like, it makes no difference if you start it, like, right now or if you start it in a month when the year ends or whatever. But I'm, like, so for that. Like, if you're unhappy with where you're in or if you're in, like, a rut or if you've had, like, a rough time, like, figure out what you want to do to make it better and, like, go towards that. You don't necessarily need, like, a jumping off point.
Yeah.
So, like, people who have resolutions, or as I like to call them, intentions for 2018, because it makes it sound less cheesy, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think I like intentions better than resolutions, too.
It also sounds more actionable.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think the problem with resolutions is that a majority of them are just unrealistic, because you're not going to go from never working out
to working out
bad
7 days a week.
Right. That's not going to happen.
And eating kale smoothies.
Yes, and that's why people fail, because they start off way too strong. It's not realistic. They're not going to be able to sustain that lifestyle. And so that's the problem I have with resolutions. It's just they what's the word?
Fizzle out?
They set too high unrealistic expectations. So I think it's great using the new year to set intentions. And so maybe it's something better to say than I'm going to lose 20 pounds this year would be I want to be healthier and I want to work out more than I have been.
I think that the more specific they are, the better. Like, a lot of people, or, like, even, like, small goals that you don't even think about. Like, a lot of people say, like, I want to lose 20 pounds in 2018. Well, why don't you think to yourself, this is not, like, equitable. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with losing 20 pounds. But, like, something like, I'm going to try to be more positive, or I'm going to wake up earlier in the morning, and that would translate to, like, getting more done, or being able to go to the gym if you wake up early. Like, more specific, like, smaller goals, I feel like is more realistic.
Yeah, I agree. And also thinking about how you're going to achieve it, because just saying I'm going to lose 20 pounds, but not having a healthy plan of how to do it, it's not going to work.
Well, you say that. Have you ever heard of The Secret?
Yes, I've heard of it.
So, the first time I heard of it, I was in middle school. My brother bought, like, the DVD. It's essentially the law of attraction.
Okay, yeah. I know about that.
It's like, if I think that I'm going to attract the most attractive men there are out there, they will just magically come to me because I think it. As much as I wish that to be true, it's not true.
Yeah, I watched a long YouTube video last year about this girl who said that she only used the law of attraction to lose, like, 45 pounds. And she really did lose 45 pounds, but
maybe it's real.
Did you really use the law of attraction, or did you actually eat healthy and exercise?
Right.
Because
I do think that there is, like, there's definitely weight in, like, you attract what you put out there. So if she's putting out there, like, I am healthy, I am strong, like, I am fit, then she's probably going to follow suit with all of those intentions that she's throwing out to the universe. But
and just positive thinking is great, too.
Yeah.
But
you should watch the documentary. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix.
I'm going to watch it.
It's called The Secret. And it's it's pretty old. I want to say it's, like, from the 90s or something, or maybe early 2000s.
I need to look this up.
Yeah.
Something I want to talk about.
Look it up.
I mean, like, I put, like, a little bit of stock in it, like, but to think that, like, it just magically comes to you because you put it out into the universe it's like the same thing with, I get made fun of for my crystals sometimes. Yeah. I meditate with my crystals, guys, just in case you weren't wondering. But, like, it's a little bit of the placebo effect. It's the same thing with, like, setting your intentions. It's like, I think that they're working. They are. They might be working. They might actually be working. I don't know. Who knows? But, like, most of it comes from the fact that, like, I'm sitting there with my rose quartz in my hand, thinking and meditating on my self-love, and so then I, in turn, feel more self-love. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think a lot of it's, like... I think a lot of it's the placebo effect, but I just thought that was funny. Where did that come from?
What?
Why did that come up? The Secret?
I don't know. What were we talking about? New Year's intentions.
Yes.
Intentions.
The girl who lost 45 pounds just by thinking about
45
it.
Pounds. Yeah. And also, someone who has the most positive intentions and only thinks positive things, bad things are still going to happen
I know,
to you.
and then it's going to be more of a disappointment.
Yeah. So it's like, even though you're not putting anything negative out, negative things are still going to happen to you. So it's,
you're still subject to the flow of the universe.
Exactly. You can't make yourself immune to bad things just because of what you're thinking. But I do think it's really important to have a positive mindset. Also, something I kind of wanted to talk about was that made a difference in my attitude a lot last year is just... like, I kind of changed my mindset to focusing on being grateful a lot more, which might sound
No, I did that, like,
2
years ago. Like, started doing it, like, 2 years ago, and I noticed a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference, especially when I'm on social media and I'm seeing things that make me jealous or make me, think negative thoughts. Right when those thoughts start to come up, I start thinking about all the things that I have and that I'm grateful for, and I think about all the things that I have that other people don't have, and then when you're thinking like that, it's impossible really to be negative.